Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the 2019 Grand Cherokee, and this is the Limited X trim, so it's a brand new package. The Limited X is brand new for 2019 and adds a few cool aesthetic bits, but let's just get right into the video. Getting under the hood of the Limited X, this particular one is equipped with the 5.7 liter V8. It's good for 360 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. That's all through an 8-speed automatic transmission that's derived by ZF. It's going to be good for 14 miles per gallon around town, 22 on the highway, and then you're going to get 17 combined. You can also get a V6 with the limited Grand Cherokees, but in my opinion, this is the engine to go for. Pushing things up front, we can see the little heat releases that are on the SRT that they put on the Limited X that looks really good. You can see the nice LED headlamps with the projector bulbs, and then the more aggressive front fascia that's similar to that on the SRT and the TRACKHAWK. You can see little LED lights down there that look very well. But yeah, overall they just kind of use that more aggressive front fascia look, make this look a lot sportier. And then coming to the side, you can see those nice low gloss rims. In the back here, you can see the key fob. So you press that button twice for the trunk release. Knock the snow right off too. But you can see back here there is plenty of storage space. You get a spare tire under there. There's another button for the trunk release down there, and you can see some speakers for the sound system. Back here you can fold those seats down. But then if we put the trunk back down, we can see the logo for the Limited X trim right back there. And then we do have remote start. So just press this twice. First time we'll lock it, second time we'll start it up, and you can hear the nice burble from that 5.7 liter V8. We're onto the back of the Limited X. We can see the nice leather bolsters here with the stitching, and then you get nice trim on the sides of the door. Something that I really like is the seats. So you can see kind of this design with the leather nicely bolstered. We can step in here, get out of the cold, but we can see right back here you have your controls for the USBs. And then you have your outlet, little ventilation back here for the rear passenger so they can control the climates, get little nets. And then if we look up here, you do get that nice panoramic sunroof, but we can head over to the front now. Grand Cherokee Limited X does come with keyless entry, so just press that once to lock it, and then to unlock it, just put your hand on the back of the door handle. It does have blind spot monitoring on top of that. We can see here the buttons for the memory seats, all of your window controls right there, the controls for the seat with the lumbar, and then your light controls. You can see your little thing to open up the gas container. We can pop inside. Step and height's really good. These are your controls for your adaptive cruise control, your traditional cruise control right there, voice commands for the Bluetooth, your regular controls, and then you can see your paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. And then if we pop around, we can see the little rocker panel to change the radio on it. Start up the Limited, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, push the push start. The gauges will do a little bit of a sweep, but it'll start right up. Oh, let me turn the climate controls down a little bit for us. We can see all the traditional gauges right here. You have your tachometer right over there. You've got your speedo front and center, and then just via these buttons you can scroll through this screen, so you can set it to be whatever you want right there. And then you have your gas gauge and your temperature gauge. Here is the 8.4-inch touchscreen that is the newer iteration of that touchscreen, so very quick response time. I do have a video on a couple of FCA's other products that have the same touchscreen if you want a little bit more in-depth look on the system, but it's essentially like an iPad. Something that I will go into though is the off-road pages, since I have not done a Jeep with this function yet. It takes just a second to load up. While that's loading up, we can see the analog climate controls down here, and then your controls for the parallel and perpendicular parking assist, turn off your parking sensors, lane departure, and then your eco mode, sport mode. And now that page is all loaded up, so we can go over that. So you can see this will give you every bit of information when you are going off-road. It's really neat. It's similar to the performance pages on the Dodges. They give you all the performance information, but then this gives you the off-road information. Now tour of the touchscreen is complete without going into reverse. We can see the backup camera's got those nice trajectory lines, so it shows you exactly where you're going. And speaking of going into reverse, we can see the shifter down here that does have a manual shift mode. That's what those paddle shifters are for. And then your drive select with the Jeep. So you can see your auto, sand, snow, mud, rock modes, four-wheel low, your hill descent control. And then we can see the nice Center console here, tons of space. Do get a nice glove box over there, and then we can see up to the panoramic sunroof. Here are your controls for the sunroof, and then the tailgate. They're all right there. But let's just get right into the drive portion and see how this new Jeep drives. Setting off here in the 2019 Grand Cherokee Limited X, and as I said before, this is a new package. It's mostly an aesthetic package with the interior and the exterior. The main thing that you're going to notice on it is that sport hood, which is really cool because now you can have the look of the SRT or the TRACKHAWK Grand Cherokee, but you don't have to pay the $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 plus. I mean, the TRACKHAWK, they're over $100,000 on some of them. But if you've kind of looked at the lineup with FCA, they've been doing that with a lot of their vehicles. The Durango, they've done the same thing with their GT package and their RT, where you can basically get the look of the higher performance vehicle, but on a lower package vehicle, so that you get that look, but you don't have to pay all the money for it. And that's something that I actually like, because then it kind of lowers the entry of being able to have a sporty looking car, but then at the same time it is a little bit frustrating, because then it kind of makes that high-end car not as cool, because you can't, you know what I mean, unless you know, you can't really tell the difference between the two. And then we are going to go on the interstate for a little bit of an acceleration with this 5.7 liter Hemi, because I have not yet driven or done a video, I should say, on the Grand Cherokee with the Hemi. The last Grand Cherokee that I did, if you guys can remember, was the Summit Edition, but that was with the V6, and I did do a video on the TRACKHAWK, but didn't get to drive that one, sadly, because it was already up for customer delivery. So we're getting a little bit of an acceleration here, and you know, in terms of power, this 5.7 Hemi is going to be for the people that obviously want to tow a little bit more, because it's going to tow more than the V6, but power-wise, it gets up and goes really quick. It's, you know, feels a little bit lighter than the Durango. It's not a huge amount, but it feels a little bit lighter, so it does accelerate a little bit quicker than that RT Durango. But I mean, it's super hard to perceive, really. Ride quality is really smooth on the highway and around town. This platform is just really solid on that aspect, and so it's definitely a vehicle that you could drive every single day very comfortably. But the fact that you can also take this off-road, because it is a Jeep, is awesome. So it gives you that dual usability, I should say. And then to sum things up overall, so where this would go is if you're, you know, you love the Jeeps, you love the Grand Cherokees, and you want that sportier look, but you don't want to pay the premium price tag for the TRACKHAWK or the SRT, this Limited X is going to be the cool new one to go for, because it has that same cool sporty look. It's got the hood, it's got all that, but it's not going to break the bank. And so that's the really cool thing about this package that I love. And the Grand Cherokee is a great platform overall, so you couldn't go wrong whatever package you go with on these Jeeps here. And there we have it, everyone, the all-new 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited X. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you thought, leave a like if you liked the video, and then I will see all of you in that next video.